Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the Rebirth server with our mutation Stalker, Shrike, who is level 26, 47,000 experience away from level 27 and getting another set of single origin enhancers. We have, for just a moment, 6.887 million influence, but that won't last long because I sold an empowered sigil for 3 million influence. I think I put it up for a few hundred thousand, but it sold for 3 million influence, and I now have 9,612,000 influence on this character. Basically, she is set for life. I think it's about going to be about a million three, a million two, something like that, to do our level 27 SOs. It'll be like a million eight to do level 32, so that's 3 million. It'll be maybe 2.5 million to do level 37, so that's like 5.5 million, and then level 42 will be like 4 million. So basically, we can go all the way to level probably 42 with the influence we have right now, not earning another single dime of influence. And really, our enhancers wouldn't expire until 48. Then we would need more, but we're just completely set for influence now. Thanks to the multi-millions we've gotten from selling things on our auction house on the Rebirth server. In the meantime, I've started a story arc kind of by accident, or maybe a little bit on purpose. It didn't say it was a story arc, but this is one of the old school story arcs that don't always say so. Um, so this is a story arc for Tyler French. I'm not sure which arc it is because we don't have any name for it yet. We just were told to go hunt Sue on the street of Talos Island, and I was gonna do the hunting of Sue on the street of Independence Port before filming anything with you guys, because this is just a street sweeping. Why is my level +1? I thought for a second it was level +0. This is just street sweeping, which is kind of boring, but um, but I wanted you to see the 3 mil we just got. How do we get over to that street, to that bridge? Gotta go this way, I guess. So we're gonna be looking for Sue, which we should find around here approximately, and up on the bridge. So let's go up the bridge. There were definitely Sue up there. And we got to defeat 15 more. I already did 15 in Talos Island, and then we got to do 15 in Independence Port. I'm not sure if it's going to make us do more after this, but there are usually Sue hanging out on this bridge, like right there. So one of the disadvantages is when you're attacking Grey Khans with a Stalker is you're just doing overkill, right? And it's not like the Scrapper we had, who has, at this level, had a, yes, you can talk to me, had an AoE, right? We don't have an AoE. We won't get one of those until level 32. And that's just a cone, and it'll be the only one we have. Now, of course, martial arts, we only had one also. Chase this guy down. There he goes. So now we need to kill 11 more. One thing that was interesting in Talos Island is I got ambushed. And that's not all that interesting, but the ambush included some red, was it red dragon guys or something like that? And those guys cast a speed drain on you. The thing lasts for a minute, which is just sick. So I killed them in like 15 seconds, and then for a minute after that, I had this debuff on me that was so slow that I was like literally moving like this. When I hit the W key, it was that slow. It was really awful. Now with super speed on, I was running like at about sprint speed. Now this is where I wish I had an AoE, just because I would probably be able to one-shot these guys and just take them all out at once. So yeah, we are rich. We're going to have close to 10 million influence by the time we get to level 27. So we're just going to be fine. And we can just go ahead and get all the yummy and delicious single origin enhancements we want, which is perfect. These guys can't do anything to me because they're gray cons. So they can barely hit. When they hit, they barely do damage. And I can take them out in like 2 shots. Right, 1, 2. And it would be 2 shots if those things were enhanced. So now we got another clue. So the Tsu's first said you cannot possibly stop us all. The Tsu are taking over. Tub Tsu is going to be running all Paragon City, and I found this tube on a Tsu gangster. It contains blueprints of 5 buildings in Paragon City. So now I got to go back to Tyler French, and what he's going to probably tell us is we got to check all 5 buildings, and I'm pretty sure I did this with Silver Phoenix. Got to check all 5 buildings to see where Tub Tsu is. So basically we're just going to be going on a hunt for these guys through multiple office buildings or warehouses or something like that. I still wish there was a Speedy Gonzales or Roadrunner like whooshing sound to my running. I know a lot of people would probably hate it. I think they could make it optional to have it on or off, you know. But I know most people hate persistent sounds, and it was driving them crazy. By the way, speaking of sounds, there was a period, I don't remember how long it lasted, it wasn't very long, before people were like, this sucks, you have to take it off. The game, when your character was running with sprint on, I'll put it on. When your character was running with sprint on, sounded like that. You footsteps, right? And that was it. And then after, I don't know, it was issue 1? Sometime very early on, they made a change to the sound files. And they made it so that you could hear your character breathe when it was running in sprint. And so you would hear, as the character was running in sprint, constantly. I mean, you couldn't turn it off at first. And we were all like, what are you thinking? Why would anyone think that that was a good idea to put into the game? It was so annoying and distracting that I actually like turned the sound off when I was running around with my character. It was so infuriating. It was so dumb. And so they got rid of that fairly quick. I think they patched that out in like a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and they got rid of it because people hated it. They really don't like the persistent sounds at all. Now, I don't mind some of them, like the invulnerability sound where it sounds like your character is like got little bells hanging on there and it's like little like wind chimes. I actually don't mind that. And the purring sound of Practice Brawler, I loved that. One of my friends who used to roleplay with me, whatever, used to say my character always sounds like she's purring, you know, because I had that permid. And I like both. I actually didn't mind either of those sounds being persistent. But most people hated the persistent sounds, and that's why we don't have them anymore. So he says, I don't recognize any of the buildings in these blueprints that Sue Gangmaster was carrying. We'll have to continue this line of investigation. They're starting to make a difference. I have some new enhancements in my store. Does he actually have enhancements in the store? Oh, he does. Dios. Like I need them? No. Alright, so we're going to go back to him and say... So we're on a story arc. But it's not telling us the name of the story arc. What does it say up here? The Takeover. Okay, so that's probably the story arc. I know this guy in the FBI warrant Trudeau. He might be able to ID the buildings that Sue are interested in. Take the blueprints to him. So we're going to go to Skyway City and warrant Trudeau. And we probably will get ambushed when we zone. I got to really... think more about vertical relief here with this character. That little bit of detour getting up onto the roadway just saves you so much heartache of trying to go up over the rocks. I'm just so used to super jump or flight or teleport. I've only ever used super speed to any great significant level of leveling up with this character's predecessor, also named Tiger Shrike, in 2005 or something, when I played her as a claws regen scrapper to level like 32 or something, 35. I can't remember exactly how far I got with her. So we're going to go to Styway City. We probably will get ambushed, so I'm going to... I don't know whether he's north or south. Let's try south. I'm going to just... As soon as we zone, I'm going to just get the heck away from the train station and let the ambush have time to happen. And I'm going to stop because if we use super speed, they can't keep up with us. And then we're going to have this ambush just like slowly following me up through the zone. And I'm not sure what will happen if we then zone out of here. So we're going to head that way afterwards. But let's just head down. I like this music, by the way, the Land of the Lost. It's really cool. I'm going to stop right here. And we're just going to pause a second here, guys, and see if an ambush comes. In the meantime, we can take a look at our enhancements. Focus is almost done, and I'm highly tempted to finish it. Level 27 will allow us to triple slot it for damage. So we'll have 1 act, 1 recharge, 1 endurance, and 3 damage. And I'm highly tempted to finish reconstruction. On the other hand, we could finish triple slotting fast healing. We could add 2 slots to eviscerate and make it a much more powerful power. So I'm not really sure. And obviously Strike and Slash need to be slotted, and so does Build Up. So it's hard because we really need a lot more slots. Okay, so we got to go to Warren Trudeau. We're not being ambushed. So we're going to head over. One of the things I do kind of miss when you're doing the Praetorian stuff is we never really got to do this zone. You know, we never got to do Steel Canyon very much. We never got to do Atlas. We never got to do King's Row. And I like those zones. I have a friend of mine who's like, but aren't you sick of them? And like, well, I might be sick of them if I had done them over and over and over again, like in live. But I've actually only done these zones all the way through twice. Well, no, once, right? Because Silver Phoenix went through the base zones, and Liberty Lass, when I was doing her, she was doing like the Hollows and Croatoa and that stuff. So I've only gone through the base zones all the way through once with Silver Phoenix. So I don't know. When we do our next character, we'll have to decide: is it going to be a villain? I didn't get to do much of the villain content. Is it going to be a hero who goes through like the Hollows? I don't like those storylines as much, but I haven't actually shown them much. Just once with Liberty Lass. So I don't know. We'll have to talk about, maybe in the comments. You guys can leave me some ideas of what you'd like to see. And we still got to figure out what character we're going to do. Brood is sounding very attractive to me. Human Only Peacebringer sounds painful, but is very attractive. Mastermind is potentially attractive to me. I think those are like my top 3. And it might be really cool to do a Mastermind because I haven't really done any ranged characters with you guys. And it's really not my forte. I'm going to... I'll tell you right now, I'll stink at it because I'm not used to controlling pets. But we could do my Dominator. I could redo her here. I hate redoing 25 levels when I'd already gotten her to a really good spot. She's like this level, and finally getting into her SOs, and I had to start her over again. So we'll have to think about it, and you guys can leave me comments, and at some point I'll do some kind of a vote somehow. But we got a long way to go, almost 25 levels with this character, so that's something for months down the line. Anyway, he says, so you found these blueprints. They're probably planning to strike. I'll have someone at the Bureau compare the blueprints. And now we call Tyler French, and he says, thanks for getting the blueprints to Warren. And then he says, one of my sources called me with disturbing news. It seems that the Sioux have massed quite an impressive array of artifacts lately. The type of stuff the outcasts and warriors go crazy over. Can you search this Sioux base for the artifacts? And yet, so we're on a story arc, but we don't have any information yet. And Trudeau's not talking to me. Okay. So, we need to go to Dark Astoria. Oh, that is cool. Echo Dark Astoria. So, I'm not sure how we get there. I've been there. I don't know if we need to go to Ouroboros. So, to defeat Copperhead. So, this is really weird and interesting. I'm not sure if they might have cleaned this up on the Homecoming servers. This mission was originally done, I guess, in Dark Astoria, when Dark Astoria was a level 20-something to 30-something, say 23 to 33 or so, hazard zone, like Boomtown or Perez Park. And so, I'm just going to go up here. So the uh, when they revamped the zone, they made it a level 50 zone, and now it's for like doing signature story arcs for people who are level like 49, 50. And so I'm not sure. Do we need to go to Ouroboros? Maybe. I think we do. So they changed it, and what they should have done was taken all the missions out of it. But apparently, I've got to remember how we get there now. Apparently, they didn't take this mission out of it. I think there's a way if we go upstairs. No. No. Oops, didn't mean to go down. I don't know, guys. I may not be able to do this one because I'm not sure how you get into the Dark Astoria Echo. I could have sworn. Yes. Okay, here. There. Oh, no, I overshot. Okay. So how do we get up there? How do we... Alright, let's turn super speed off. See if I can jump down successfully. There it is. Now, ask yourself, how the heck would someone who's never been in that spot have known that that's how you get to your mission? It's just bizarre. Alright, so... Yeah, I would think that they should have peeled all of these out of the original Dark Astoria, which this is the zone. It's a pretty cool zone, actually. It's very creepy. It's covered in this sort of magical mist, and I need to get to the left. It's covered in this magical mist, and there's lots of like undead and stuff, banished pantheon, etc. Am I not going to be able to get up here? Here we go. And so, yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't take this out of here, because there isn't any way to get there the normal way. And I'm not sure how many people who wouldn't otherwise have known it would know that they needed to go in that way. I mean, Silver Phoenix has been in there, because I went in there to get the badges, the exploration badges, and I looked up how to get in there a while ago. But if I hadn't done that, I would have been like, well, how the hell do I get in here? There isn't really any way. Now, why is this a level 25 mission? Oh, I bet this contact is a level 25 contact and he can't go over level 25, so these are going to be super easy. So this is, even if you have it set on +1, I don't think it obeys that if that goes over the mission's max level. So this must be a level 20 to 25 contact, and I got started on his missions early enough that he was still willing to do the arc for me. Once you start a story arc, not only will it allow you to continue, you cannot stop. So we need to search for clues. Well, these guys are going to be blue. I'm going to ignore them. Oh, okay, well, this guy's worth fighting. But there's no point to making you guys watch me fight blue cons. It'd just be too easy. I mean, look at this. So what we're going to do is let the hide re-engage, and then we're going to wander around and look for glowies. There's warriors. Okay, well, these guys are even level, so they might be worth fighting. I mean, not really. You know, we want to fight +1s and +2s, but I can see fighting +0s. You know, even level guys. I can't see wasting your time making you watch me fight blue cons, though. That's just silly. I did not realize that this story arc was level 25. Oh, cool. Okay, so these guys are worth fighting because they're even level. We will take out the sorcerer. And then fight the hewer sort of normally. Yeah, so the way this works in terms of story arcs is that if you are on a story arc and you outlevel it, it keeps you going. It won't it won't take the story arc away from you. And as I said, in fact, you cannot stop a story arc. You can cancel out of a mission. You can either auto-complete the mission or you can abort it, but you cannot get out of story arcs. Once the story arc starts, you must finish it or it's going to sit in your queue forever. So the question here is, where's the glowy? All blue cons. Those guys are white, but okay, Copperhead. So this is Copperhead, so we're going to defeat him and his crew. I hope that doesn't mean defeat all, because it's going to take a long time to kill off, just because there's no AoEs for us. Stalkers are not really significantly faster at beating a bunch of blue cons than they are at beating a bunch of yellow and orange cons, right? Because they're good at putting out massive amounts of single target damage, but they're okay. This guy needs to go down. Created him and now ranged. Got him. It doesn't really do you any good to be doing all of this damage to blue cons. You're just going to be doing way more damage than they can possibly survive. So it's not really going to be any faster to do all the blue cons than it would be to do a bunch of yellows. Just more boring. Okay, so now we're just going to have to take out everybody we see, I guess. And we'll start from here and work our way out, in the hopes that it doesn't mean defeat everybody. But it very well might. I'll try to speed things up as quickly as possible. If it starts looking like it's going to be a defeat all, guys, I will pause the video so you don't have to watch all this. I'm hopeful that just killing the guys in this area will do it. Right, so there's nobody back here. So now we just need to go upstairs and take care of the guys on the upstairs. And maybe that'll do it for us. I absolutely love Eviscerate and Focus. They are awesome. Cool animations, lots of damage. And there's guys over there too. Maybe we take these 4 out. That'll be the end of it? I don't know. Yep, that took care of it. Okay, so we got our clue, I guess. Documents. A 5-pronged Sioux attack against the family and the warriors. So he says, so there were no artifacts in the Sioux base at all, just a trap for the warriors. Sorry I got you mixed up in this, but I think that your presence prevented the Sioux from gaining further ground. Okay, available missions. Warren Trudeau just got back to me. He's ID'd all the buildings with the blueprints of the Sioux. 3 of them are front companies for the family, and the other 2 are over on Talos Island. So now we're going to stop the Sioux. So we're going to have to fight them everywhere. So let's go ahead and go back to Ouroboros. Where we will click on this, forgot for a second what I was doing, and head to Alice Park. And now we're going to start this series of missions where we are going to go to warehouses and buildings and offices and whatever and bust them, stop them. I love Atlas Park. It's so cool. The music is so great. So here's a question, guys. You can leave a comment. If you could live anywhere in Paragon City, in what zone would you live? I often think I would live in Atlas Park. But then I think about Founders Falls, which is really, really pretty. And that's super nice. And Talos Island. I think in the end I might like Talos Island a lot. It's a very pretty zone. Although it'd be pretty scary with all the freak show and the zoo running around. Okay, so we need to unlock the back room. And to do that, we got to get a key, probably. Which means we're going to have to take out somebody, and I don't know who. So unfortunately, guys are going to be stuck on blue cons for a while, because that's what this story arc does. And there's no getting off of a story arc once you're on it. Come on. So what we need to do is unlock the back room. Oh, these guys are white cons. That's cool. And there's 4 of them. Not bad. Now, they might be able to overwhelm my Mez defense. Oh shoot, I hit both of them. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do both. That was a misclick. I meant to hit this and then come down here and hit this. That was a waste of dull pain. Look at that. We did like almost took him out in one focus. 73 damage. This character can really pour on the damage already. Look at that. And she's still on only 26th level. Alright, so this may be the back room. And maybe the sorcerer has the key? I don't know. Got him. Apparently not. Okay, let's see if we can get back here. Huh. Okay. And these guys are white cons. Excellent. Family has no particular resistances, I believe. Okay, white cons I'll do. Blue cons are kind of like a waste, but white cons are fine. I mean, it's not really a challenge. Come on, why does it do that? It's weird. Several times now it's done that where I hit the assassin's strike and it just doesn't go. It just cancels. And that happens when it gets interrupted. Come on. That happens when it gets interrupted, but why would it get interrupted? I was in range of him. So I don't know. Come on. There we go. Getting any enhance? Oh, we got a bunch of enhancements. Not bad. Salvage. Not bad. Oops. No, 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 no. Go away. Go away, close tray. I meant to hit that. Yeah, we don't need any of that. Okay, let's assassinate. We really don't need build up here. I hear a glowy. Oh, I missed him. So I hear a glowy upstairs, so we're going to head up. So bus gang leaders and their crews might mean take everybody out. I just don't know. Oh, it's downstairs, the glowy. I thought it was upstairs. Usually in this section they're upstairs. In this part of the warehouse. Man, I keep missing with Assassin Strike, and it's got 2 accuracy enhancers on it. Click. Maybe this is the key to the back room? Yeah, we got the key. Okay, well, we gotta look and see if we can find the gang leaders. So I'm gonna look upstairs, but if I don't see any named villains, I'm not gonna fight anybody up here. It's just a sorcerer. Well, sorcerers die. Like, I hate them, so he's gonna die. Yep. There were... Yeah, what did I used to have a... I don't even call it a hate list. I used to say that there are certain things that are just kill on sight for me, and 2 sorcerers are one of them. They're kill on sight. You see them, they die. I want nothing to do with 2 sorcerers other than to destroy them, because they're very annoying. Ancestor Spirit's not quite as annoying, but I'll take it. How can it be out of range? It's close enough. But yeah, there are certain bad guys that I see them and I attack them. 2 sorcerers are near the top of that list. I mean, Ancestor Spirits I'm fine attacking, but I don't hate them the way I hate sorcerers. Oh man, and that goes back a long way. I remember the first time I ever fought a sorcerer. I had never seen anything like them. I was low 20s. I was in Steel Canyon. And I attacked a couple of like Crane Enforcer martial arts guys, and there was a sorcerer there, and he kept teleporting away and teleporting back and healing them and teleporting away and teleporting back and healing them, and it was so frustrating. It took me forever to beat him, and I don't even know if it might have been my tanker I was doing it on. I feel like it must have been my scrapper because she was always much higher level than the tanker, but it was so aggravating. And I had never faced an NPC like that in this game at that point. And I've hated sorcerers ever since because of that. Did we get a clue? We did not. Okay. Oh, I should have stayed upstairs. Let's go up and just go in the back room here. See what's back here. Because there might be a gang leader here or something. There's nobody. Yeah, now we're probably going to have to take these guys all out because we got to bust gang leaders and their crews. So we'll defeat these guys pretty easily. And, yeah, I don't know if people want to watch me fighting blue cons. It's pretty mind-numbing, I guess, because there's really no challenge to it. I mean, I don't really mind it. I don't mind doing it myself, but I don't know if people might get bored. I hope not. As you can see, there's 0 risk. Ah, there's another sorcerer. Kill on sight. Down he goes. Now, I don't know where the gang leaders are. How much more is there to this warehouse? There doesn't seem to be a lot more. I guess there's some sections over here. Or up here, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to just see. Man, they hit so much and so fast, and that can overwhelm your Mez defense. And it's like they seem to never miss, even with my super reflex scrapper, who had defense, and made it harder for people to hit. It seemed like they were always hitting her. So we got the key. We came back here. I guess we got to defeat these guys that are showing up in red arrows on the map. But where are the gang leaders? I didn't notice any. At least not back here where we used the key. Like, what was the point of coming in the back room? We didn't find any clues back here. So I don't know. Mission complete. So we'll head out. Back to Alice Park, one of my favorite zones. And now we have to go to Steel Canyon, but we've been going a long time, so I'm going to stop here, guys. I'll head to Steel Canyon. To be honest, I think I'm going to do this stuff off screen because the blue cons are just too easy. And I'll bring you guys back when there's something challenging or when we get into another set of missions from another contact. But until then, I am Scarpalock, and this has been City of Heroes.